Hey guys, what am I being like nervous for? We're back. Hold up. Let me like get ready for the performance. Okay, I'm ready. We're back with the cleaning video part 2. See these dishes? Am I dirty? I might be. No, honestly, here's the thing. For my ones who get it, them pile of dishes, you get it. If you get it, you get it. Maybe we could be like dirty together. But no, that's not the point of this. The point of this is, let's just do another cleaning video because I've been putting cleaning to the side a lot because, well, I haven't really been feeling the best about myself. So like, I think now is the perfect time to just like get it done. So again, like we did this video last time, so like let's do it again, because maybe your room also fell off, or maybe I'm just only dirty. I'm not even gonna say we're dirty, but maybe I'm dirty. I'm joking, just kidding. But anyways, like let's just clean up because like I said, my room's like, oh, it's literally, I hate when my room gets into this state. But like, like sometimes you see, the thing is, I don't want to call it depression because, like every time you call it depression, there's people who are like, like, like you think what you're dealing with is hard. Like imagine what other people are dealing with. Okay, I understand other people deal with stuff, but like, what about me? Like, can I not feel away for a little bit too? Like, damn, like, am I really not allowed? Like, do I really have to put even strangers' problems before me? Like, who even are these people? But it's like, I don't know. Again, for me, it's like I just like putting a name on things just so that like I can feel like what I'm feeling isn't something that, like, it helps me not feel so alone in what I'm going through. Like it helps me feel as if like, oh, like you're going through something, but like at the end of the day, at least like it's something that's known. So it's like, oh, at least I could like try to find a solution, because again, like I'm not trying to like be insane and just like, because again, when you have an idea of something, I feel like it's easier for you to understand it when you know what it is. But when you just don't know, then I guess that's what makes matters worse, because then you just sit there like looking for answers. And that's what I do a lot, okay? And like, I just been thinking, like, you see, again, me, I have to find the answer for everything. Like, I'm like a FBI agent, like, even if it's like for myself, for other people, like, I always need like a way to justify things, So, like, for me, I didn't, like, you see, here's one of my million theses that I came up with. So, I thought at first, I was like, maybe it was because I did so much smoking before as like an escape of what I'm feeling, that like after all that time I spent smoking, it's like I put a lot of things to the side. So now being sober, it's like I have to deal with the stuff that I left on the back burner, And like the right now, it's like I don't want to do like the escapism thing, like the finding something else to supplement what you're going through. Because even again, I've realized that when I was smoking, and I wouldn't even say drinking, because I was never like, the thing about me is I was never a drinker like that. Like I was never someone who could just like drink by myself. Like there's a bottle of alcohol sitting in my closet. It's been sitting there for like almost a few weeks now, and like I wouldn't even bother to touch it. Like it's not enough. Like I open the closet, I see it, I'm just like, bitch, but I close that shit again. And again, for me, it's like, yeah, I just don't want to, it's like I don't want to go back to my old ways, because like change, when you're growing, change only means something if like something is actually different than before. So it's like if I just go back to my old ways and what I was used to, it's like, what changed? Basically I switched it up for some time, but then I came back to my old ways. So it's like you can't call it change, because change doesn't affect that last. So if I just go back to that, then it would mean that it was for nothing, So now that I'm dealing with it, it just feels like a big load. No, not like that, please. But it's a lot, okay? And it's like, I really like, when I tell you guys I've been having like a really hard time, like it's been fucking bad, okay? Like I don't want to do anything, like all, like I have no passion in anything. I'm not playing video games anymore, mobile games. I used to love Brawl Stars down. Like I was literally one of the reasons why I was gonna start making content on my gaming channel again was because I wanted to play Brawl Stars, because that's like a game I'm really good at and I want to like showcase my skills. But now it's like even that I can't, and it's like maybe it's getting older, you know, like you don't have as much time for other things as you used to before, because even right now I'll admit, like I'm working like a fucking dog. Like I'm really working my ass off right now, but it's also because again, I'd rather like be making money while feeling like shit rather than not doing shit and feeling like shit, you know? If you get it, you get it. And again, going to work, it's not an escape from myself, because you know, no matter where I go, my thoughts are gonna follow me. So again, it's just like so I could be like somewhat productive still and not just completely submit to doing nothing, you know? And oh, guys, like when I tell you I've been like so mentally drained and just exhausted, and it's like I don't want to be around people right now. I don't want people to be around me, because I just can't help but feel like a Debbie Downer when I'm in front of people. Like, you know, everyone's so happy, smiles and all this stuff, and then like Jamil is just like a fucking pool of fucking sadness, just a sinking ship ready to pull everyone down. But the thing about me is like I can be in that ship and I can also drown by myself, but it's just that there's some bystanders where some other people might see it, look at it, walk by, but then there's also some others who want to lend you a hand. And you see me, I'm not the type to ask for help, you know? I'd rather just like deal with things on my own. It's how I've always been, you know? So that's why being around people, it's not that I didn't want to just sit there and talk about sadness all the time, but it was also that I don't like when people worry, you know? Because for me it's like, you know, even I know people are dealing with other things in their life, and you know, again, for me, I'm always thinking about other people more than I'm thinking about myself. So when I'm surrounding myself with them, it's like I feel like I'm being a burden to them. Like I'm adding things onto their list of things that they have to worry about, and I don't like doing that. So that's why for a lot of the times I just choose to, like, you know, deal with what I'm dealing with alone, because you know, it's when you're used to something, you know, it's called getting used to for a reason, you know. You're used to being the one there for yourself. You're used to being you're used to being the one to ring on the phone, but also the one to answer it. I don't know if you guys get that, but maybe some people will. But you know, I've learned from being lonely that there was no one gonna show up for me. So you know what had to happen? I had to keep showing up for myself. And maybe to some other people it's sad to say, but for me it's like it's something that I don't find so sad, because it's something I got used to. And you know, I'll admit a lot of the times being alone, it gets very boring, you know, like you're just by yourself all the time, you're thinking, you're in your head all the time. That's why right now I could really say I could, like, my friend Kim, like I thank Kim so much, because like Kim has been like pulling me out of this drought that I'm in, and like actually getting me to like go places. And I'm going even though I don't want to, but it's just that, you know, sometimes I just crave like an escape from myself, you know, somebody to just make it go away. And you know, sometimes Kim helps me make it go away. That's why I thank Kim so much, because like if it wasn't for Kim, like a lot of the times I would just like have no one to talk to. And even when I talk to Kim, not gonna lie, sometimes I feel like I'm being a burden. Kim, if you see this, I'm sorry, but I can't help but feel that way, okay? It's just my nature, okay? So I'm sorry. But yeah, so I feel like I'm glad like making this video is like what's helping me and motivating me more to like just push and, you know, actually, sorry, I'm coming out of the frame. You can just look at my big butt in the meantime. But yeah, this is actually helping me to just like get out of my head a little bit and just like vent and actually, well, actually be productive and finally clean my room, because I've been putting it to the side. And well, making this video helps me want to do it more, because then, you know, we can do it together. Like, we don't have to put it to the side no more. Like, teamwork makes the dream work, guys. So let's do this together, you know. Let's clean our rooms together and just like listen to what hold on, let me catch my breath. Sorry, all this moving around, all this talking is getting to me. Okay, yeah, but you know, we could just talk, we could sit here and we could just try to understand each other a little bit better, and you know, I would say get to know me, because you know, I'm sitting here talking to myself, so like always. And you know, it's not sad, because you know, for the most part, it's like the thing about me before, I think I might have said this before, but when I used to smoke a lot, there was this thing that I would do where basically like I would kind of like vlog out loud. So I would just like walk around, like if I'm in the kitchen making food, like I would just like sit there and I would talk to myself out loud and just like, you know, do like a little vlog type thing. And you know, that was so fun to me, because you know, at least while I'm doing that, like I'm not so in my head. But right now I really feel like I need to breathe. Hold on, where's Petunia? This is Petunia, guys. Petunia getting a little full, but she ain't at the top yet, so Petunia, hurry up. But yeah, I used to do that thing where I actually can't breathe. I used to just talk out loud, like a lot. Like I would always just like sit there and just talk to myself, and you know, it helped me a lot. But again, you know, I never had always like, well, here, I never had like a always friend, like someone always here to like help me make it go away. So like, I just had to get used to, well, getting comfortable with the person who's here. And who is that? That's me. Look at my hair. Hang time. Yeah. So that's me. So, you know, at a certain point, you really just get accustomed. There's one more thing I have to do actually before I can sit down and talk. I have to empty my bag. But yeah, you know, when you're alone, it's like you get to know yourself better. So me being here all the time by myself, always returning to myself, always leaving with myself, it's like I really got used to the person in front of me. That's why when I'm by myself, you know, I complain about it a lot, but it's something where it's like, it's comfort, you know, because the thing about me is like, you guys can see I'm very authentic, very, you know, like, you know, I know you guys look at me in these videos and you're just like, oh, he's like a mermaid. Like, I don't know who's saying that. Wait, I'm delusional. But I'm very authentic. Why was I opening my drawer? These are dirty. I'm very authentic. I'm very myself. I'm very like in tune with myself. So I've learned that being who I am, well, there's not a lot of, wrong one. There's not a lot of crowds out there for me. So I just have to get used to, because the thing about it, it's like, you know, authentic people, you could call them the black sheep, we could say. And the thing about it is like, if you go to a farm, you're not going to see a lot of black sheep. And that's the thing with me, is that it's hard, or right now, I'll admit still, I'm not really seeing any other black sheep. So right now it's really just like, what's in my pocket? Right now it's really just me. And you know, it's not sad to say, but you know, sometimes I just feel like I'm gonna be like this all the time, you know, just like alone. And it makes me sad, but like, you know, being sad about it doesn't like make anyone appear. Being sad about it doesn't change anything, you know. But it's like, it's always gonna, sorry, I think I just malfunctioned. Sorry, my robot. Fix up robot. But yeah, it's always gonna be something where it's like, you know, it bothers me, but at the end of the day, you know, like, I always hope at some point like it'll go away and there's like, you know, there's better days to come. You know, I was really, especially during last winter when I was really feeling down, like I was really looking forward to this summer because I just thought like, you know, maybe this summer it would bring new things and new feelings and I would feel a little bit better. But I found like even now that it's summertime, I still feel like a little bit as bad as I did in winter. And that's what I don't like. It's like sometimes I really do feel like I'm just gonna be sad forever. And I know it's probably not true, I know, but it's like when days constantly go by and you just feel the same a lot of the time, it's that, you know, you start getting used to sitting in that thunderstorm, you know, and you just start to feel like, you know, it's gonna rain forever, you're gonna be here forever. And that's kind of how I've been feeling like these past weeks. Like I just sometimes feel like I'm just gonna be sad forever, and you know, that makes me even sadder because I feel like after everything that I went through and stuff with certain individuals and just myself, it's like I feel like I deserve happiness, and then when it's not here or like thinking about it's to come, it's like, you know, like just for a little bit, you know, I just want to for once like be happy and actually like be able to function like a normal human being and not sitting in a place where I'm happy for a few minutes or hours and then it just goes away and it just all fades back to gray again. Like, you know, I don't like feeling like that. I don't like feeling down. And of course, I love to see the different parts of myself, but I would rather be happier for the most part than sad because, you know, I feel like sometimes when you're sad, you're more sensitive, you know, you're quicker to like push people away and stuff like that. And that's what I don't like. I feel like currently I feel easily annoyed by things, not enough to really let it bother me for me to like speak up or like really like raise my voice about it, but enough for me to like want to just not be around anybody. And even with working a lot, it's like I'm getting used to it, even with paid customers. And you know, customers aren't always the nicest, but I'm not like tweaking out. Like I'm a very patient person, that's the thing. But then with the sadness, it's like, you know, it comes to a certain point where like your patience could only be tested for so long. And that's why I feel like I can admit for this instance I am a little bit impatient because, you know, can I like, is it wrong to say that I just want to get back to the old me? Is it? But again, you know, I feel like this is another period of my life of growth, and maybe there's some more things I have to learn about myself. And you know, maybe after some time feeling down, inshallah it will go away and I could actually get back to just the better parts of the day. I really see here and hope so. And that's what I want to talk about for today. I thank you guys for always being here, for those who constantly come back. And I really enjoy being able to sit here and vent to you guys because this is like the times that I get to actually freely express my mind out loud without feeling judged or held back or anything. So I honestly thank you guys so much for being here always. And just can't wait for the days where I feel better about myself and I could do more with you guys. But for right now, you know, I'm still trying to I'm trying to do the best with what I have, okay? I am trying. Trust me, I am. And that's it for today. And I just want to wish you guys a lovely day, evening, night, wherever you guys are. And I hope you guys do great things in life and become great people. And yeah, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Have a good night. I hope you guys cleaned up a little bit. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.